Okay, so in this video we are going to have a look at an exam question involving the conjugate root theorem. So we see here, just highlight what we have so we can figure out what we need to do. They said 1 is a root of the equation, find all of the roots, and then they tell us here complex solution, and they remind us I squared equals minus 1. So this here is a cubic, which tells me there's 3 roots. And then here they've given me the real root. So I need to find the 2 complex roots. So I'm going to use the minus b formula. So we have z equals 1 is a root. So that tells me that z minus 1 is a factor. I'm going to divide this in. If it's a factor, it'll divide in evenly. So z into z cubed will give me back z squared, multiply out. Draw the line, change your sign. We get z squared, bring these down, 0z minus 1. Z into z squared is z, multiply out. Hold off that for a second. Draw the line, change your sign. We get z minus 1. Z into z is 1. Multiply out. Minus 1. Draw the line. Change your sign. And we know we should get 0 at the end because it's a factor. So our remainder is z squared plus z plus 1 equals 0. And now we're going to use minus b. So my a value is 1, my b value is 1, and my c value is 1. Z is equal to minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared minus 4 times 1 by 1. And then all over 2a, which is 2 times 1. So that's minus 1 plus or minus 1 minus 4 over 2. Minus 1 plus or minus 3 over 2, and this is where we'll use the fact that root of minus 1 equals I, so we'll add a little bit of rewriting. So that's minus 1 plus or minus root 3 by root minus 1 over 2. So root 3 I over 2. I'm going to write them separately as we're in fraction form. So that's minus a half plus or minus root 3 over 2i. And we know we should get 2 answers. If it was a quadratic, we use the minus b formula. And you'll note also that these are a conjugate pair. So we have minus a half plus root 3 over 2i. And minus a half minus root 3 over 2i. Okay, so just back to the question. They had asked us to find all of the roots. So we have z equals 1, z equals minus a half plus root 3 over 2i, and z equals minus a half minus root 3 over 2i. And that's us done. We've answered that question. So 10 marks, not too bad for 10 marks, but you just needed to remember that, or recognize that you're given a real root, and then if it's a root you can turn it into a factor. If it's a factor, it divides in evenly, no remainder, and then you are able to use the minus b formula to find your 2 complex roots, and just state your 3 answers at the end, and that's it done.